There is a powder that costs less than $1 that can permanently remove scratches from car paint. Not just light surface marks, but real scratches that catch your fingernail, the kind most people assume require expensive repair. It works on clear coat damage, paint level imperfections, oxidation, and hazing, restoring the surface to a smooth, reflective finish in minutes. What body shops charge $300 to $500 to fix, this powder can handle in about 12 minutes with simple application and basic tools. For decades, it has been used in some of the most advanced industries in the world, from military optics to space exploration and semiconductor manufacturing. Yet the average car owner has never even heard its name. Not because it failed, but because it works too well. A $1 solution that eliminates the need for a $500 repair cannot be marketed, cannot be branded effectively, and cannot be marked up into a profitable product. What cannot generate profit gets pushed out of sight, buried under technical language, hidden in industrial catalogs, and kept far away from everyday consumers. This is the story of cerium oxide, the powder that erases damage in the massive industry built on the assumption that you will never discover it. The origins of this material go back to 1803, when scientists in Europe identified a new element extracted from mineral deposits. This element, later named cerium, formed an oxide compound that displayed unusual properties when used on glass surfaces. Unlike traditional abrasives that simply grind material away, cerium oxide interacts at a molecular level, combining mechanical friction with a chemical reaction that smooths surfaces with incredible precision. For over a century, iron oxide had been the standard polishing compound, but it was slow and inefficient. When researchers discovered cerium oxide's capabilities in the early 20th century, everything changed. By 1933, it became clear that this material could polish faster and produce far superior results, achieving a level of smoothness measured in nanometers, far beyond what older methods could accomplish. By the 1940s, cerium oxide had become essential in military applications. Optical systems such as periscopes, binoculars, and targeting lenses required absolute clarity, and this compound delivered results that could determine success or failure in critical operations. After the war, its use expanded into civilian technologies, including camera lenses, microscopes, and telescopes. It became a key component in semiconductor manufacturing, where it is used to polish silicon wafers thinner than a human hair. Every modern smartphone screen, laptop display, and high-precision optical device relies on this same material. Despite its widespread use in advanced technology, it remained largely unknown outside industrial and scientific circles. The connection to car paint lies in how modern automotive finishes are structured. A vehicle's exterior is not a single layer, but a system composed of multiple coatings. At the base is the metal or plastic panel, followed by a primer layer, then the color coat, and finally the clear coat. The clear coat is a transparent protective layer that shields the paint from environmental damage, but it is extremely thin, typically only 45 to 65 microns thick, thinner than a human hair. Most scratches that appear severe exist only within this top layer. When a key drags across a door or a branch brushes against a panel, it often damages only the clear coat without reaching the underlying paint. This is where cerium oxide becomes powerful. Instead of repainting an entire panel, which involves sanding, priming, and applying multiple layers, cerium oxide works directly on the clear coat. Its chemical-mechanical action smooths the damaged area, leveling the surface and eliminating the scratch by blending it back into the surrounding material. What would normally take hours and cost hundreds of dollars can be done in a fraction of the time with minimal cost. Studies and surveys have shown that a large percentage of scratches reported to repair shops never go beyond the clear coat, meaning they are ideal candidates for this method. Despite this, the auto repair industry continues to operate on a model that assumes consumers lack this knowledge. The global market for auto body repair generates $240 billion annually, with a significant portion coming from paint refinishing and scratch repair. In the United States alone, this segment represents a massive industry driven largely by minor cosmetic damage. Shops charge anywhere from $150 to $1,500 per panel, while mobile services charge $75 to $300 for similar work. The pricing is based not on material cost, but on the perception that the process requires specialized skills and equipment. Cerium oxide disrupts this model because it cannot be easily commercialized in the same way. It is a naturally occurring compound, widely available, inexpensive, and long-lasting. A small amount can be used for multiple repairs, making it difficult to turn into a recurring revenue product. As a result, it is rarely displayed in consumer retail environments, and is instead sold through industrial or scientific suppliers. Meanwhile, store shelves are filled with branded scratch removers, polishing compounds, and repair kits priced significantly higher, even though they often deliver inferior results. Using cerium oxide is straightforward. The surface must first be cleaned thoroughly to remove dirt and debris. The powder is then mixed with water to form a paste and applied to the scratched area using a cloth or polishing pad. With steady motion and light pressure, the compound begins to smooth the surface, gradually eliminating the scratch. Keeping the area moist ensures consistent performance and prevents additional damage. Within minutes, the surface can return to a near original condition, with the scratch no longer visible or detectable. This method is not a universal solution. Deep scratches that penetrate through the clear coat and expose the underlying paint or metal require traditional repair methods, including repainting. However, these cases are less common than many people believe. Most visible scratches fall within the range that cerium oxide can handle effectively. Understanding this distinction allows car owners to avoid unnecessary expenses and choose the right approach for each situation. Real-world examples highlight the effectiveness of this approach. Repairs that would normally cost hundreds of dollars can be completed at home for a fraction of the price, saving both time and money. Over the lifetime of a vehicle, these savings can add up significantly, especially for owners who encounter frequent minor damage. The reason this knowledge remains uncommon is not because it is hidden in secrecy, but because it does not align with profit-driven systems. Industries prioritize products and services that can be marketed, branded, and sold repeatedly. A simple, low-cost solution that works reliably does not fit that model. As a result, it remains in the background, known primarily to those who seek it out or encounter it through specialized fields. Cerium oxide has been used for nearly a century to achieve some of the highest levels of precision in manufacturing and technology. Its application to automotive care is simply an extension of its core properties. The same compound that polishes advanced optical systems can restore the finish of a car, demonstrating that effective solutions do not always come from complex or expensive products. Sometimes they come from understanding and applying basic principles that have existed for generations.